Aloha, beloveds. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm here in Mount Shasta near the headwaters of the Sacramento River, where many folks come to get clean water straight from the mountain. And I had the privilege and the honor of sleeping up on the mountain last night in my truck. I actually drove all the way to the top of the mountain as far as the road would go, and I was caught off guard by a rainstorm, a thunderstorm that came through, and because of the temperature up on the mountain, it was 34 degrees. It started snowing very rapidly, and so my truck was covered in snow, the road was covered in snow, and it was super surprising, super unexpected, delightful, scary, thrilling, all of it. The lightning was lighting up the whole forest all around me, and it was beautiful, gorgeous. I did have a scary moment. I decided I didn't want to get stuck up on the mountain last night because I wasn't sure how much it would snow. So I started to make my way down the mountain, and at one point I lost control of my vehicle and I started sliding and slipping around, and thankfully my guardian angels helped me correct the vehicle, and I was able to make it further down the mountain where I spent the night, and I had some very potent dreams. More towards this morning. It rained all night. It's still raining right now. The land is really loving this rainfall right now. It's really, really happy. The trees are so green and all the foliage is just really bright and vibrant. It's beautiful. Smells amazing. The smells of the forest are just permeating up from the ground with the rainfall that's here, blessing the land. And yeah, my dreams are very potent. I noticed again, I frequently dream of water, all different types of water. In my dream last night, it was raining, and babies. So babies were present, and my daughter was present, who just had a baby. And yeah, very potent. I'm continuing to record my dreams and tune into what my dreams mean for me. And the dream realm is very surreal, of course. It doesn't have there's no linear time in dreams. So dreams can happen in a very circular spiral way and multiple layers going back and forth. And so it can be really confusing, kind of like being inside of a washing machine or something and having all these experiences happening, but not knowing like where in time they're happening and what order they're happening. And sometimes they happen out of what we perceive as an orderly way, but nevertheless, they're there, they're in the now moment. And I think paying attention to our dreams can help us be more present in the now moment, because time is actually an illusion. It's not linear time. We've been programmed to think that, or just the nature of being human and a human body on a certain level of awareness only allows us to see a certain perspective, which is more of this linear perspective. I equate it to a parade. So in a parade, there's this parade happening, and there's all these different events happening along the parade route, you know, from the beginning of the parade till the end of the parade. And there's bystanders who are standing on the side of the road looking at the parade, and they're seeing each section of the parade as it goes by from that perspective, the perspective of the bystander. And that's the perspective we are holding right now in this realm, in this plane of existence as human beings, as we are now, is being a bystander and watching the parade go by. But there's other perspectives, like the eagle eye perspective would be up above, seeing the whole parade happen at once. So that's totally different than what we're used to. And because we don't normally have that perspective, it's hard for us to imagine what that would be like. Train going by. yeah, just like I'm seeing this train go by from this perspective, I'm only seeing parts of the train as it passes by, but an eagle going overhead the train could see the whole train in its totality and where it's going and where it's been and its trajectory. So, you know, I feel like there are times, especially in the medicine portals, working with plant medicines, you can see from that perspective, you can see from that eagle eye higher perspective, the perspective of the mountain. When I'm up on the mountain, I can see the land, the totality of the land, the layout of the land. I can see what's happening in the town. I can see what's happening with the rivers. I can see what's happening with the tree line. I can see what's happening with the weather. I can see further out into the other mountains nearby. But when we're down lower, below the mountain, we can only see a certain perspective. And so that's something being on the mountain is teaching me too, is to enjoy the different levels of perspective. But what I was getting back to is in the dream time, I think that it's that higher level of consciousness, it's that higher level of perspective. Just like in the medicine realms, you have the opportunity to see more of a totality of what's happening, not in this linear single point perspective, point of view, but in a more expansive eagle-eye vision of what's happening in your own personal reality and in the reality of the collective. So yeah, dream time is very important to pay attention to. I continue to encourage you to write down your dreams, record your dreams however is easiest for you. I woke up this morning and turned on the audio recording, the voice recorder on my phone, and just spoken to my phone first thing, and that way I can listen to it later. Yeah, and so it's an important time to be present with the rain, to be present with the water, to be present with the dreams. The dream realm is very watery and fluid, and it has many eddies and currents and waves and waterfalls, and yeah, it's so beautiful. And yeah, just really enjoying my time here in Shasta, integrating and feeling really blessed. And I'm right under some trees here, some beautiful cedar trees, and yeah, just so grateful to be here, grateful to be able to share, grateful for my voice, grateful for my heart, grateful for my truck, grateful for life, grateful to be alive, grateful for this beautiful day. Each day is such a gift. It's so precious and glorious to behold, and I wake up each morning in gratitude, just so much gratitude for what I see coming down off the mountain this morning. I was seeing the wind blowing through the pine trees and just beholding the beauty of the wind. It's an element we don't pay much attention to, air, but it's here. It's like we're like fish in water. What's water? You know, we're in the air. What's air? You know, it's like we can't see it, but it's always there. It's always in us as we breathe. It's always around us. It's moves, and then we see it. Um, and yeah, it's spirit. You know, wind is spirit, and I'm paying more attention to the wind. Yesterday, when I was spending time by the river, where I made another video, there were so many dragonflies in the air. There were like hundreds and hundreds of dragonflies flying on the air currents, and I was looking at them very closely. They're so intricate and beautiful. These were green dragonflies, and I was like, what are they doing? They're like all these different ups and down and around. They were just really playing, you know, in the air. And they were eating, I feel like they were catching these little bugs that I couldn't even perceive with my eyes. They were going all around and like eating these bugs and playing, and they were going near me and around me and over me, and it was so beautiful. And I could see that they were checking me out, and yeah, dragonflies. What? It was so amazing. Yeah. May this day find you well. May you be ready to greet the day. May the day be ready to greet you. May you have that beautiful, symbiotic, reciprocal relationship with this glorious day as it unfolds before you. May you witness yourself in this day. May you hold yourself in that loving, compassionate grace of Divine Mother in every way, and continue to cultivate that loving awareness of yourself in space and time, and tune into those more subtler energies of what your body feels like in space, what your voice sounds like, the vibration of your voice, what you perceive with your eyes, and even take time to close your eyes and tune into what you perceive with your hearing and your senses. This life, this realm is a very sensual experience, and we came here to experience those sensual pleasures, and I just encourage you to revel in it, you know. And that involves getting out of the mind and into the body, embodying, and really, really, really feeling things, really feeling all of it, all of the sensations, you know. It's just a beautiful opportunity to be embodied in a human body and feel, really feel and enjoy what that is. Bless you, much love, aloha.